How's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to talk about how anyone can get new bone mass at any age, regardless of if they are in their puberty or if they are not in their puberty. There's a disclaimer: if you are someone with low IQ, please leave this video now. Please leave it fucking right now. Don't argue with me in the comments. What I'm going to tell you is just going to be a scientific explanation of bone smashing and how it works. Most of the times we confuse bone smashing with the Wolff's law, that whenever we hit bone with mechanical tension or directly, it grows more. But in reality, it is bone smashing does not occur because of Wolff's law. I don't believe, it's my opinion, it does not occur because of Wolff's law, but it occurs because of what is called a subperiosteal hematoma calcification process. So what it is, I'm going to explain it. So listen to me very carefully, because this is going to be complex and people with high IQ can understand this. Whenever we hit our bone with direct trauma, like I hit like this. So what happens is the blood capillaries, which are known as subperiosteal capillaries, break down, due to which, first of all, our bones have the outer layer known as the cortex, bone cortex, and have a tissue above it, which is known as a periosteum. Whenever we hit it, the periosteum lifts away from the cortex, making an inflammatory space between, which is known as subperiosteal hematoma, where fluids release. So, what happens after this is very complex. So our periosteum has an inner layer known as a cambium. What is a cambium? Cambium is rich in Cambium is rich in MSCs and immature osteoblasts. It is inactive under normal conditions, but as soon as the periosteum lifts away from the cortex, from the bone cortex, the cambium becomes active. What are MSCs and immature osteoblasts? MSCs are what are rapidly dividing cells, which can turn into fat cells, which can turn into bone, and immature osteoblasts are derived from MSCs and are capable of making new bones and the process of calcification. So whenever we hit our bone directly, there is a direct trauma, due to which our periosteum lifts away from our cortex, creating an inflammatory space between, known as subperiosteal hematoma. What happens after this? As soon as our periosteum lifts away, the growth signaling pathways like RUNX2 and TGF beta 2, like I don't remember the exact names of those signaling pathways, they become active. And what happens after that is they promote this. What happens after that is the MSC start working and the immature starts becoming mature, and the osteoprogenitor cells also start dividing new osteoblasts, due to which calcium salts gets deposited in the place of the hematoma, and due to which what happens is the calcification of a bony like structure. To be clear, it is not bone. From my conclusion, from where I've studied this is my conclusion on that study. That is not a real bone. That is just the hematoma which was lifted away and now it is calcified. And what happens after that is you get a new bony like appearance. As we all are black pillars, we know that looks are everything that matters. No one cares about what is inside. So no one is gonna run an X-ray or an MRI scan or a CT scan on you and check if this is actually a bone or if this is just an inflammation or just a subperiosteal hematoma. People with high IQ have understood that so far, but for my IQ cells, the people with low IQ, I'm gonna give you like one study that proves that bone smashing due to subperiosteal hematoma is real. So, back in the days when bareback horse riding was there, rodeo riding, which is a very intense sport in which your your forearm is like behind you. I guess so. Whatever it is, we have to focus on our looks maxing perspective. We have to see it from looks maxing perspective. So what happened that the riders who rode the horses without a saddle, they saw inflammation, and they saw this there is a bone known as ulma in this, which connects from elbow to our wrist or elbow to here. There was a 198% growth in the cross sectional area. 198% growth. But the riders who were with saddles, which is a cushioning, they were not able to derive the same results, and there was not much of a hypertrophy there. So it is not just from a muscle perspective that their muscles were in strain, because this much greater of a increase is not possible in muscles. Only 10% hypertrophy is there. But as we can see in the Alma, they saw 198% cross sectional growth, which is fucking insane. We don't wanna do this. I still believe that bone smashing is A tier or B tier, between A and B tier for bone growth, because above that is pharmaceutical testosterone, or what you could say exogenous testosterone, or other steroids, other androgenics like tren and others. I don't recommend doing tren. I haven't even done test, but I'm gonna hop on it very soon. As soon as I turn 17, 18, I'm gonna hop on it. And implants and a surgery. Nothing can mock them, not even bone smashing. Bone smashing is not cope. I'm telling you from experience. I've been doing bone smashing from the last 3 months, and there is a lateral growth in this area. So I'm also gonna give you a quick tutorial on bone smashing. You want to take a hammer, two soda cans, anything will work from which you can have force. Don't punch from your own hand, you can't generate that much force. Okay, what you're gonna do is shake the hammer, take the blunt part. Never ever bone smash this area of your cheekbone. This area, never ever bone smash this. Bone smash this area, bone smash this area for more lateral growth. Like I bone smash this like properly, and always brace your head against a cushion or something, because if you don't do it, you're gonna damage your brain very badly. Like boxers do while sparring. I never recommend you bone smashing this area which is known as the brow ridge. And I also bone smash my chin across 5 parts, 1 2 3 4 5, to get more of a wide appearance, because this is my flaw. I have a pointy chin, I want a wide chin for having a more dimorphic look. So that's all I had for the video. And always count how many hits are you doing, and always have a rough estimate of how much power you are applying on each side. And yeah, I recommend bone smashing for someone who wants inflammation, but it will never give you results like a surgery. I'm telling you, most people watching this actually need a surgery, and I'm saying this from my heart. Me too, I also need a few surgeries like a infraorbital implant or a fat pad grafting here. I want a double jaw surgery. I don't have a recessed side profile, but still, for a more mogger like appearance, I need implants on this area of my cheek. I need some zygo implants, because my zygos are not that high set, they are medium high set, and I want them to be more high set. That's all I had for the video. Thanks for listening to my autistic ass. And yeah, looks max, keep ascending whatever it takes. Try it for yourself, never believe what anyone else is saying. First try it and then believe it.